Here for you is the haircut created by Tomaz Turk, jumble mixture system artist for Slovenia. The new haircut for granted collections represent the element of light. To create this technique, Tomaz used a three-stage process, where the panels are disconnected and cut individually. With a focus on the triangles, work on the short to long lines to retain perimeter length, allowing softness and movement throughout the shape. Starting at the center back with a vertical section. Begin the graduation technique by combing the hair straight out 90 degrees elevation from the lower crown area. Cut vertically, decreasing length towards the hairline. Repeat the technique by pivoting sections from the center towards the ears. All sections are combed on base, elevate and cut, positioning ourselves in front of the section. This process allows you to better view the guideline and control the balance. Only the last section is over-directed back to maintain the corner and weight behind the ears. Repeat the same process on the opposite side by switching body and hand position. Once completed, check the balance and detail perimeter length before moving to the second part. Now release both panels, draw two diagonal forward sections from the parietal area to the ear on both sides. This will be the stationary point where all sections will be over-directed to maintaining length at the front. Begin by taking a center section, elevate at 90 degrees from the crown and blunt cut over the fingers. This angle will allow you simultaneously removing weight and build layers. Continue vertically with the same elevation and body position until reaching the last section. Repeat the process on the opposite side. You can choose to maintain the same body position if you are confident with the elevation and distribution. Continue the blunt cutting technique from short to long with the same scissor angle for consistency in removing and building the shape. Start with positioning ourselves behind the client. Use last section's length behind the ears as a guideline. Connect with the first sections at the side, elevate and blunt cut square by over-directing towards us. Continue with diagonal forward section, same procedure, over-directing all back to the stationary guide just behind the ear. Repeat the process on the opposite side, keeping the focus on body position, elevation and distribution. For consistency on the balance and proportion, work with a mirror. This will allow you to control dimension and shape suitability. Now, release the top section. Use a comb as a ruler to define the guideline focal point. Take a center section, elevate at 90 degrees from the crown and blunt cut, creating layers. Increasing the length from short internally too long externally. Continue working with vertical sections standing on the opposite side, over direct towards the center to maintaining length at the perimeter. Repeat the process on the opposite side by maintaining the same body position so that the scissors can travel in the same angle, increasing length, and all sections are over directed to the center. Pivoting sections are used to follow the technique towards the front. Keeping a stationary body position, comb the hair back and blunt cut at the same angle to connect the previous guideline. Continue the process with the pivoting sections until you reach the center part. Moving to the opposite side, position yourself in front of the client to maintain consistency within the scissor angle. Short internally to long externally will ensure the hair flows and movement within the layers. Continue this until reaching the center part. Here the shape part completed. We can see that the texture and length can be worn naturally. To complete the shape, Tomaz begins applying neuroprime to help to control the blowout. Then begin to blow dry with a large paddle brush and Neuro Halo hairdryer to control and smooth the texture. Complete with Neuro Protector and Neuro Smooth Flat Iron to protect and seal the cuticles. For the final touches, use a deep point cutting technique throughout the head without connecting the panels. This will help to remove weight and create translucent texture, enhancing the light as our element of grounded fall-winter collection. Thank you from Tomaz, Turk.